What's going on, guys? Joe McCall here with the Real Estate Investing Mastery podcast, and I'm live right now on the Facebooks and YouTubes and all of that good stuff. And I know that annoys some of you guys when I call it the YouTubes and the Facebooks. So my apologies, sort of. How you guys doing? Listen, on this video, I'm going to do something pretty interesting here. I'm going to show you some of my best favorite ways to go out and market and find where the buyers are, where the demand is, and how do you find those buyers? How do you talk to them? And I'm doing this, I'm giving you a little teaser of a special live class that I'm doing this coming Saturday called Live Marketing Class. And this is where Gavin and I are going to go into a brand new market. We don't even know what the market is yet. We're going to pick a market from somebody that's going to be participating in the class. And we're going to do a couple things, 3 or 4 things actually, in this live class coming up this Saturday. And if you can't make it, you can get the recordings. But go to livemarketingclass.com. What we're going to do is we're going to, somebody who's on the class with us, that's going to be live. And again, even if you're listening to this later after it's done, you can still get everything, the recordings and stuff here. All right. So we're going to go pick a market and we're going to go find where the buyers are. We're looking for deals, cash deals, lease option deals, doesn't matter. We're looking for deals. We're going to find where the demand is. All right. Then we're going to start contacting the people that are there, the realtors, the property managers, the investor buyers, people that are looking for deals. We're going to ask them, hey, what are you looking for? And by the way, all of these leads and buyers and sellers that we're getting, we're going to be giving to whoever the student is on the class who wants them. So if you want some leads and you want some buyers, we're going to set it all up for you. All right. So then what we're going to do is we're going to go deep dive into that market. I'm going to tease a little bit of that right now in just a minute. Then we're going to start actually calling buyers live. We're going to be finding these buyers, calling them, talking to them. Who knows? I mean, we may need to make just a 1 or 2 calls to get a hold of somebody, maybe 5 or 10. Don't know. We're just going to do our best, right? And then we're going to find the sellers. We're going to find sellers. We're going to be doing maybe 3 or 4 different things. I have a mind map here I'll share with you in just a minute on what that looks like. But we're going to be doing 3 or 4. I just can't. I want to show this mind map to you right now. I will in a minute. Maybe 3 or 4 or 5 different types of marketing. We're going to set up the campaigns and actually build it all out inside of my CRM, REI Simple. Then we're going to give them the leads to the students. But some of these sellers will actually get to talk to, and you're going to hear us talk to them. You're going to hear us ask them about the house, and we're going to make offers. Okay. We're also going to go into the MLS and just make offers on properties that we see on the MLS in that market. And it's going to be a lot of fun. It'll be cool. We'll either look pretty cool or have egg on our faces, I like to say sometimes, but it's going to be a lot of fun. And I just wanted to show you here in a second. In fact, why don't I just do it right now? I want to share my mind map with you. I have to remove that banner first. All right. Share the mind map right here. You guys see that? Cool. This is the mind map that I'm just starting now with building it out and kind of mapping out what I'm actually going to be doing. But we're going to go into the market research, which mainly ListSource, and I'll show you that in a minute. We're going to do some systems. REI Simple and PropStream, Joe, are the main 2 things that we're going to use to get. I mean, I think you're going to be blown away by how easy this actually really is. And then we're going to go into a deep dive into buyer marketing. And let me just, because I got a lot of detail in here. We're going to go into finding Zillow recent sold, Zillow rentals, recent absentee owners, and we're going to go through a basic script, and we'll walk through that with you. And then we're going to do a bunch of seller marketing. We're going to find vacant properties. We're going to find properties with liens, and we're going to skip trace them, cold call them, text them, and send them some letters and emails also. We're going to find some older listings of nicer homes that don't need any work, and we're going to send them like a lease purchase creative offer. We're going to find older listings of cheaper homes that need updating, properties that need work, and we're going to be sending offers to them and also sending messages and email and texts to the realtors. We're going to find rentals on Zillow, FSBOs on Zillow. We're going to be sending marketing to them. We're going to show you what we look for on Facebook Marketplace. And one of the coolest things I'm excited about is we're going to follow up with some old leads. So somebody else on this call, if you've got a bunch of old leads, you're going to give them to us. Just give us a spreadsheet, CSV file or whatever of your old leads, and we will go and do a bunch of marketing to them, and you'll get all the leads. So we're going to be sending the marketing as if it's from you, And it's not going to be obnoxious and weird, so don't worry about like us killing your old leads. But this old leads are some of my favorite source of leads and deals. There's a lot of money to be made in follow-up marketing. So this is a lot of stuff. I'm looking at this right now thinking, oh my gosh, what did I get into? But, we're going to find the rentals and Zillow and the FSBOs. We're not going to send like 300 texts, but we'll set up a campaign. We'll send them out. And, but some of this stuff is pretty cool. It's just, we're going to show you the tools where we go to get it, how we skip trace it, how we send out texts, and all that cool stuff. But what I wanted to show you here was one of my favorite, by the way, again, go to livemarketingclass.com. You'll be taken to a page that looks like this. If you can't make it live on Saturday, you get the recordings and you can keep them forever. And even if you're watching this or listening to this after we're done, you will get the recordings to all of this. This is about the third or fourth time I've done this. It's a lot of fun. People love it. And I get a lot of great feedback for it. It's only $97. What? $97. By the way, I'm so proud of these reviews. I've got 4.9 stars, 272 reviews. Like, it's just as far as you can scroll practically. Awesome reviews from folks. I love it. Okay, so check out livemarketingclass.com. Now, one of my favorite things to do for getting leads is going to ListSource. And a lot of you have seen this. You've seen me do this before. You've seen other people do it before. I've seen other people teach this stuff and then actually give me credit for it, which is awesome. So let's say, let's say we're doing some, well, let's just do this. Let's go into a county map. And if somebody can comment, I see some comments here right now in Facebook or YouTube. Hi, Melissa. Hi, Sam. What's going on, guys? Type something in the comments so I can see. And tell me where you are, and I'm just going to pick a random market right now. I'll just show you a little bit about what we do. And if I don't see anybody respond, I'll just pick one. Let's go to Oklahoma. How about that? Oklahoma. And how about the Tulsa area? What county is Tulsa, Oklahoma? Lincoln County. Is that right? No, it's Tulsa County. All right, Tulsa County. So what I like to do here is go to ListSource. I go to Investor Absentee Owners. Now, this is free. You have to create a free account in ListSource to do this. And again, I'll walk through this a lot slower, and you get the recordings of it when I do it live on Saturday. But we're going to pick the county, Oklahoma. We're going to go into Tulsa. And the reason why we're doing this, guys, is to show you how easy it is to do this virtually. I mean, if you can wholesale deal in your backyard, there's no reason why you can't wholesale deals halfway across the country. Okay, good. We got some responses here. I don't like Nashville. Nick, Nashville is crazy. Well, what I do if I was in Nashville, I would go out into virtual markets outside of Nashville. I would go into the other counties in Tennessee. There's a lot of them there. Connecticut. Yeah, we could look at Connecticut tomorrow, Dean, if you're on. Louisville. Oh, that was a good one. All right, well, let me just stick with this one since I've already gotten this far. Tulsa. Go to next. I like Louisville, Kentucky. Let's do single family and investment properties. And I want to do last 12 months. So these are properties that are purchased in the last months. And there's 1,026. And I'm going to go to next. And I want to say no preference for corporate owned. So that's 1,856. Cool. I'm going to pretend like I'm purchasing the list. I'm going to go to purchase partial list. And I'm going to say custom selection, zip code. All right, now we get this table here, okay? And I'm going to export it. I don't know if you can see this, but I'm going to email it to myself here. I'm going to open it in my other screen. I'm going to show you what it is that we're doing. It's awesome. I know a lot of you guys have seen us do this before. It's pretty amazing. And basically what it is we're looking for East Bay, San Francisco. We're looking for the hot zip codes, right? We want to be very specific in our marketing. We don't want to just spray and pray and spend and waste a bunch of money on marketing where there's no demand. Zip count. So then I'm going to just sort this from high to low, and I'm going to do percentage equals this divided by 1856. All right, so what does that mean? 8.57% of all of the activity, I'll zoom in a little bit, in Tulsa County, I think is what it was called, right? I forget. Tulsa County was was in that zip code right there. Now let's look at cumulative. What that means is cumulative. Now, here we go. In these, what is that? 10 zip codes. Right now, there are 39 zip codes in Oklahoma, in that Tulsa County, right? I keep on saying Tulsa County. It is Tulsa County, right? Oh, all right. It's been a long day. So I could just market to all of these properties out here, but I just want to target where the activity is, because I know if I get a property in 74008, right, I am going to find buyers, which leads me to my next cool thing I wanted to show you, which we're going to be covering in the class on Saturday, livemarketingclass.com, is how do you find those buyers? Well, let me show you. Let me go in here. I'm going to go into one of the ways that I like to do it is in Zillow. What did we say that zip code was? 74008. All right, hold on 1 second here. Let me move that back over here. All right, you see my screen now? All right, good. 74008. Let's see where this is. Zoom out a little bit. This is South Tulsa. Cool. I'm just going to remove all of the pricing limitations here and bedrooms. And I'm okay with condos and townhouses. And do I have any other filters in here? Nope. All right, so here we go. We have 4 rental properties in that zip code. You think if I go through this list and start calling these, even though it's a landlord or property manager, here we go. Jeff Birch, which is great. It's a realty company. Here's a phone number right here, 539-286-1151. So what we're going to do on Saturday is we're actually going to call him up and ask him about this property. I'm going to ask him a couple things about it. Number one, is this a house that the owner might be looking to sell, right? But I'm just going to be honest with him. Say, hey, listen, I'm new in the area. We're looking to buy some properties. I'm doing a lot of marketing, and sometimes we don't buy everything that we find. Would you or your clients, are you looking for more deals in this area? If I find something, can I send it to you? That's pretty much what it's going to be, right? So we're going to call Jeff, guys like him, tomorrow. We're going to go into, like, some of these are new construction, which is interesting. Those are actually really good as well, because some of these guys are building actually these new homes. Some of them, like this one, might be a great lease option candidate. If this is a homeowner, why are they renting this property out and not selling it? I don't know. Maybe it was an Airbnb. Maybe it's an old property that they were in that they just can't sell because it's too new and they don't have enough equity in it. Cool. So there's a phone number. We'll give them a call. The other thing I like to do, which is awesome, is I'm going to go in here to, I want to actually look for solds. I don't know if this county has good records on solds, but I'm going to go sold in the last 30 days. Some counties just don't have good data on Zillow. And I'm going to go price low to high. Because typically on some of these cheaper properties that have sold, here's some vacant land, which is interesting, right? Sometimes you can go into these and find properties that have been rehabbed. And like this one, looks like it was recently rehabbed. It's staged, maybe not. No, I'm looking for, well, there's no furniture in there, but there's toys, right? You're looking for properties that have empty closets. And this one probably, yeah, this isn't. I'm looking for a home that recently was maybe rehabbed. And we have like 3 or 4 different ways to do this. One of them is with, I got to show this to you. Go to PropStream Joe. I'm going to log into my account real quick. Oh, this is really cool. PropStream Joe. PropStream has a cool feature where you can find properties that are called flippers. And so let's do Tulsa County, Oklahoma. Go right here to filter, and I'm going to quick choice. I'm going to do right there, flippers. Cool. Here's 188 properties. These are properties that have been purchased by an investor and are either actively listed for sale right now or have recently sold in the past. So let's look at this first one here. Yeah, look at this. This is a rehab property. It's an older home. Okay. Somebody came in and fixed it all up and rehabbed it. You see those pictures? In fact, they look so nice. It looks like it's fake or virtual. So a rehabber fixed this up. Maybe they're looking for more properties. So what we can do is we can go right here to MLS details and we can see the agent information, Terry Hassel. And there's her phone number. Let's look this property up real quick in Zillow. And see what we see here. So it shows, my son is calling me here. Okay. So the Zillow right now, it's interesting. It doesn't show it. It just shows as sold. Now, PropStream isn't the best, most always accurate, but let's see what would this look like on Realtor.com. I'm looking to see who is the agent that is listing this. Okay, now here it is. It's pending for sale. Why is Zillow must have taken it off? Oh, wait, because I'm looking for solds. That's why. Let me go back to the Zillow homepage. Type in that address. This is weird. It shows last sold. There's nothing on here. All right, but anyway, in Realtor.com, we can see who the listing agent is a lot of times in here. And we're going to call them. But I just wanted to show this to you. Like at PropStream Joe, you can find these flippers, and you can find out who the owners was. Carlos is probably his first name. And this is where he lives. We can skip trace him, find his name and his number. We can send him a letter. We can call him and ask him, hey, are you looking for more houses like this to fix and flip? What are you looking for? Where are you looking for homes in that area, right? Remember, we did that zip code search, 74008. What if we searched in that zip code right there? Here's 11 flipper properties right there. Okay. We could also look at the 74012. 74012. Here's 8 flipper properties. This is an older house that's been rehabbed. Another one. Cool. So click, you see it's ACL Properties out of Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, MLS details. Here is the agent information. Barbara Wash, phone number, email address. Let's call them up. Compliment the house. Looks like a beautiful listing. And ask them if they're clients. Do they have any other clients that are looking for properties that they can fix up? Okay. So this is just a portion of it. I wanted to show you one other thing. He recently sold. There's not too many, like I was looking for really cheap ones in there. I'm going to remove the boundary. And I want to look for properties that sold under 100,000. All right, here's one that sold in January. Okay. I'm thinking, just looking at the door and the paint, And that awesome fireplace, outdated kitchen, really bad flooring. I don't know how well you can see this amazing, awesome bathroom. Hey, it's Oklahoma. I'm just kidding. All right. So an investor probably bought this thing, right? An investor probably bought this property. Well, let's look down here a little bit. Sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes you can find the agent that listed the property, and sometimes the agent who brought the buyer. I'm just scrolling down here. Sometimes you don't see it, but let me. Okay, there is another way. Here we go. Is this it? See complete price history. Okay. Well, there is another way to find the owners, I mean, the realtors who listed the property and the realtors who bought the properties, and I'm going to show you that in the class. But it kind of, you need it. There's a backdoor way to get into the MLS, which I'm going to show you how to do, which gives you this nationwide. You can see who the realtors were that listed this property. But the point is, a lot of times you can find this, and maybe I'm just missing it. I don't remember. Maybe it's just not even here. You can find the owners of the property. You can find the agents of the property. Maybe I'm looking back too far. That's sold last 30 days. Let's try one more, because I swear I've seen it before. Here's one. This one sold for 50 grand. Sold on, this says 2004. When did this property actually sell? Well, there he goes. All right, here you go. You can see Jerry Crowell was the agent. And it was not bought with another agent. Okay, so this is an example. For some reason, the sold data can't be right. But you can see who the listing agent was, who listed the property. And if there was a broker agent, you can find who the broker agent is there. All right, so we're going to go through on this class on Saturday. Here you go. This one sold January 25th. Again, this is an investor would buy this property, right? So who is the agent who listed it? Here we go. Jessica Scott Keller Williams. Here we go. I love this. Melissa Earhart. So Melissa represented the buyer. Do you think she might know who their buyer is? I don't know. Just wondering. Now let's see if we can look this property up in PropStream. A lot of times, not all the time, PropStream will give you the realtor information. No, I'm not going to see it here. All right, it's not even updated yet in county records. But I'm going to show you another opportunity where you can find who these agents are and their name, their phone number, and their email address. And we can actually send them some marketing, get their phone number and call them. And we could also even just Google. Let's look up Melissa Keller Williams Premier. Here's her profile on realtor.com. And there's a phone number. Bada boom, bada bing. Anybody right now in Oklahoma, you need to call Melissa right now. She brought a buyer for this property, and it sold for 55 grand. What else are they looking for? Cool. All right. So we got a lot to cover, and I just barely scratched the surface in this little video I showed you. I just did a quick, let me stop sharing my screen here. Boom. There we go. All right. Back. Sorry. Yeah. So I'm going to show you all of the details of what I'm talking about there. So what I just showed you now was finding the research, doing a little, you saw how long it took me. Couple minutes to find the top zip codes, go in there, dive deep, find the houses that were rehabbed recently, find the houses that are listed for real cheap, that only an investor would buy, and call the agents. You can find the seller's agent's information and the buyer's agent information. Then we're also going to go through and find out who the buyers were themselves, and we're going to contact them, mainly call. You're going to hear us call them, and we'll talk to them and find out, hey, are you looking for more deals? All right, we're starting to market. We're starting to get some leads here. What are you looking for? Okay. And then this is the fun part. We're going to actually start going out and finding some seller leads. We're going to go and find vacants, properties with liens, free and clears, older listings, rentals for sale by owners, and we're going to send them marketing. We're going to show you the text, the letters that we send, and all that good stuff. So it's going to be a lot of fun. It's only $97, and you get to watch us do this live this Saturday, livemarketingclass.com. We're going to actually pick somebody who is going to be on the call with us. I don't know how many we'll have, but we're going to, at the very beginning, we're going to say, all right, who's interested in us going into their market? And we're just going to do a bunch of marketing and give them all of the leads. Okay. Then we're also going to do a bunch of follow-ups. So there's going to be somebody else. There may be a new person that we pick who doesn't have old leads, but there should be somebody else on the call who's got a bunch of old leads. And we're going to actually go in and do a campaign targeting your old leads. And this is going to blow you away. We're saving the best for last, because this is where consistently we see most of our deals coming from, is in the follow-up. And there's simple things that you can do, especially with REI Simple, that you can reignite some old leads and get some crushing, smoking hot deals from that. Some questions here from Nito. Does this work in Canada? You can do it from Canada, right? But I don't know if you could do what I'm going to be teaching you in Canada. And yes, Dean, I'm going to show you how to do this stuff on Saturday. Thank you. Cool. All right. Any other comments here? Somebody wants me to pick Dallas, Fort Worth. We could look into that. What I would probably do is I'd pick some counties that are surrounding Dallas, Fort Worth, because it's so competitive. And I would see where are the, one or two or three counties out. Where is most of the activity? Because it's just to be honest with you, it's hard to do deals in Dallas, Fort Worth, because there's so much competition. I'm assuming East Bay, San Francisco is not a good area. No, I used to live in Antioch. And you want to hear what a small world this is? I was working on a power plant in Antioch, and I was having dinner with some friends here in St. Louis the other day. And one of them works for a company. They go into what do you call them? Old industrial sites, and buy them, tear them down, and sell them or clean them up or whatever, right? So this power plant I was working on right in Antioch, next to that power plant is some old abandoned power plants and industrial and parking lots and stuff like that. So this company actually bought this acreage, this property, and just right next to the power plant that I was building. This was back 20 years ago. So anyway, small world. Need to know, want to know. Plano, Texas is good, but it's a pretty new suburban area, right? If I lived in Dallas, and I would, maybe do deals there in Dallas, but I would also mainly look at going out one or two counties. All right. So if we had more time, I would let Gavin in, because Gavin's texting me right now. But Gavin will be here with me on Saturday. All right, guys. So that's it. I got a lot more comments in here. Appreciate you all. Go check it out, livemarketingclass.com. I'm going to do another video tomorrow showing you just some teasers of some of the things that we're going to do on this marketing class. It's going to be fun. And we will see you guys there. All right. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.